odds of hitting a 9 better. He's not happy. He's like, oh my God, I came here with second in chips, and all of a sudden I just lose 2 hands back to back, and I'm in the middle of the pack. Very tough start for Min.
I'm going to fire. Eric's going to play the seniors event.
I am possibly streaming. So we had a quick run out, and that's a back-to-back hands.
Depending on table configuration, table dynamics, and whatnot. So you should be less incentivized to call from the blinds. That's a mistake I made. Now, if we're early in the tournament, right, whatever, not a big deal. BT looking for the big double / triple up with jacks. Quad J is going to have to make the call here. Hand's too strong.
For sure. And he's got 860,000, so 150,000 is
amazing
not going to hurt him.
We'll get though. Yeah, Lego, I agree with your statement, which is why it's incorrect to defend from the big blind after a low jack open.
And now quad
re-reps to ISO, correct.
Isolate.
I mean, it's pretty standard.
Yep.
Slight coin flip situation. BT slightly in the lead. If you're going to defend a queen from the big blind, it's going to be like you're going to fold queen 8 suited. You're going to call with the queen 9 suited, queen 10 suited, queen jack suited.
All right, quad J hits his ace.
8 of clubs.
BT needs exactly a jack. Doesn't get it.
Gets eliminated. Good job, BT, making final table with his cool hat shirt as always.
Let's check out these payouts.
Yeah, down to 8 players. BT getting at $303. I didn't know his actual name was Isaac.
It's not. Isaac busted first. Since they didn't finish the hand.
Oh.
They didn't. Now BT's in eighth place for $367. Let's check out stack size, and then just for fun, I'm gonna do an instant replay of that hand.
Minimum. That's awesome, Ralph.
Ralph Pipkin says, me and my friends just carried up 150 presents to our local children's hospital this weekend. I love that.
Okay, so Min here +1 are going to rip 10s.
What do you do with your Bryce? You only have 10 big blinds. Are you going to put your tournament life in? What's that?
This is a tough call.
I don't call here.
I think it's
it's
at the bottom of your calling range if you call.
The problem?
I think eights are probably at the bottom of your range. Suited with 10 big blinds. Quad J next to act in the cutoff. Ace queen suited. Gonna raise it up here 85, 90.
He's a chip leader.
Yeah. I like the size, makes it 100.
Raise to 100. I thought you said raise 200. I was like, that seems really big.
Yeah.
Raise to 100.
And see, Muhammad making it.
Well,
against the chip leader, it's not. Yeah, that's not a defend. Actually, yeah, I have to double check. That's pretty close.
Oh, he does hit his 10.
Every time I say something to everybody...
Not to do it.
Yeah.
They get bailed out by the deck.
All right, let me check.
All right, so Muhammad is going to... Oh, he's got the nuts. 8 jack beats him.
Yeah. So 20 big blind.
Wow,
big blind
slow playing.
A raise.
Oh, the jack gets there.
10-8. 10-8 suited is a call. Versus a...
Muhammad just checked every street anticipating calling or jamming, and Quad J did not fall for it at all.
Set a timer for 8 minutes. Oh, Raymond under the gun +1 with aces. Gonna rip. Pretty standard rip. You would wish you have you would like what 7 or 8 right there, 7 or 8 big blinds, so it looks like you're just like shoving wide, but
he's got 10 big blinds. Folds around. And does he show? What do you do in this situation? Do you show?
No.
You don't? I do.
Very big sizing here, pocket 10's light position. So one of the things I talk about, again, I'm not into giving too much strategy. A lot of players,
King Jack in late position.
yeah, to a 4x raise, you're folding.
Oh, yeah, that was I didn't notice it was
Yeah.
4x.
And you can't call here. And so, like, I
Right.
understand hands like 9s, 10s, and jacks players. I'm not a big fan of this defend even with 32 because Muhammad has a pretty decent stack size. I think if he makes
does.
it like 75, 80K, you can defend. Good guy. I
Right.
like to fold. Under the gun with 5. It's a rip. You don't like it.
He's got 9 bigs. That's a rip with 9 bigs?
Yeah.
I need to read this. Ooh, good fold. Christopher's got queen, queen. Now Min. Oh, Min's all in with a king 7 suited.
Ooh.
It's half his stack to call. Do you
It's a little
call
big.
or ISO?
I'm actually okay with this rip.
Okay.
Right. Yeah, man. Like
He does want to isolate. Oh, quad J with ace king. That's a call, right? With a shove and a reshove. This is a tough one.
this one, I actually don't know the spot.
All right, you can't put Min on a premium because it's Min.
Right.
So he could be doing it with anything. He could be doing it with king 7, right? And you have him dominated. But Chris, on the other hand, has a reputation where he is, and we have the advantage of knowing VPIP. Let's look at his VPIP. It doesn't show Chris because he's all in right now. He does fold ace king.
I don't blame him for folding there, especially with Min potentially getting knocked out. I like the move by Min. That's an okay rip. King 7 suited with 10, 11 big blinds light position. I'm okay with that. You just ran into it, right?
Wow. Uh-oh.
Hey,
A king or a 7.
Who are we getting?
We know one of the kings is folded, so he's actually oh, he only had one out.
What just happened?
He only had one out, and Jay folded ace king. He would have lost all the chips also.
Holy.
So Min gets rewarded the very next hand with ace queen suited.
7 and 8 fold.
Big sizing. EP.
3x.
Yeah. Again, when the blinds start going up, your opening sizes need to be smaller. In earlier position, your open sizes shouldn't be more than 2.5.
Yeah. When your stack size is lower,
Yeah.
you know, everybody's
As the blinds increase and your stack depth decreases, your opening size, especially
Should be
relative-
smaller.
Yeah, 2 to 2.2.
It knows the dead cards.
Hey, Rick was on table 3, I think, in the 1 seat. He wants to come sit in the booth with us one time.
Thank you, sir. I was just about
Sure, Rick, we'd love to have you in here.
2 fold.
He said, hey, I love watching the stream. I'd love to be back there.
Let us know.
What game do you like to play, Rick? Actually, this is a big 3-bet from Quad J. Let's let this hand play out first before we start talking about that.
5 fold.
All right. So, Quad J, 3 bets to 180.
It's a rip.
Oh, that's a rip.
5 goes all in.
Snap rip. Jay's got 2 outs. The 7 of spades does not help him.
Blake, that's a 4-bet rip. Ace queen suited.
Yeah, that's what we were just discussing.
It's a 4-bet.
I rip it. This is a little safer for him, but he's playing on borrowed money anyway. He was supposed to lose
Check
2 hands ago.
solver. So GTO. Yeah, how did he start the hand? He started 522 bigs. So let's go. I'm gonna run it. The simulation at 25 bigs. Position. What position using +1 on the gun? Versus a 3-bet all-in. 3-bet. So 3-bet.
This is always a fold for Jay. He was just frustrated. That was a frustration tank. Min is making this entertaining to say the
Yeah,
least.
2.5 vex under the gun sevens. That's actually a defend. I like the I like the defend.
I don't know Muhammad. Is he new
in
here?
there.
Shuffle at min. Queen, tray, king. That is a
That's
good
very-
hand for min.
It's a very good hand for men's opening rate. Opening. Can bet small here.
Easy
50,
bet.
75, 80K.
5 bets, 80,000.
Good bet
Beautiful. Well
size.
played.
Good job. Good job, man.
He's the best.
Can't call it off here. It's too much of your stack.
I
think it's nine.
He's got
gonna cost him half.
700.
It's gonna cost him half the like. It's gonna cost him a third of his stack in total.
Well, he's already got a bunch out there. He's got 700 left. It's going to be 135 more to call. So super hard to call off with 8 high, but I like it.
This is a
He's way behind. He's a
fold.
2-to-1 dog.
You're behind so many hands right now. I like the open. It's an open fold.
Put that in his open fold range.
Yeah.
He's
Hey, actually, you know, he said loose call. If he knows it's a loose call, that's fine.
I think it's a value
70,
call.
30.
I like the 8 high suited connectors.
I mean, if you're gonna make a call, you would want to make a call with that type of hand.
Better than queen deuce.
Yeah.
Better 7 8.
Okay.
Oh, speaking of queen deuce.
Jack.
All right, he needs an ace or a 10.
8 or 9. Bryce
Nine,
eliminated.
a 10 ace 9 or 10. 10 would have gave him a straight.
Yeah, gets eliminated in 7th place.
He did the right move though.
Yeah, I like the move. Makes
I
about
like it.
$500 for his efforts.
Yes.
Good job, Bryce. Tournament. He's actually, he's a tournament director over there at TCH.
Oh, that's where I recognize him from.
yeah.
Yeah, Bryce gets $493 in a 158 player tournament.
Yeah.
Good work, sir. Thanks for coming, and we will see you at the next one.
Pretty juicy final table here.
Really is. It's
Lot of
been action packed, and these aren't like these. This is every hand.
Min.
26 big blinds, chip leader. He can. Oh, he just
You,
calls
you can mix in flats. You can mix in flats, and you
on the button.
on the button. You can mix.
I
in
like
flats.
it. I like
you can
it
mix
on
in
the button.
flats with some.
Raymond's got 5 bigs. Now you put it in.
Let me see. How many men started with 25 bigs?
26 because he called 80. He called 2 bigs.
They're on the button versus a raise, or versus a raise from.
Under the gun, who's actually the chip leader. King, queen, 6.
Actually, yeah. So about 40% of the time it's an all-in. 60% of the time it's a call.
All
so you
right.
mix in flat. You can mix in flatting.
All right.
It's a call.
That's a tough one.
Interesting that Quad J checks this. Well, he is out of position in the multi-way pot.
Yeah, I was gonna say he bets it now. It's such a tough one with 3 people behind you.
So if he bets here, Muhammad folds. I think men can take the betting lead here
Yeah.
based off the passive action.
Oh,
Just
yeah.
gonna check.
He's got showdown value.
Yeah.
Oh, and he lets Muhammad and Quad J chop it up with a king kicker.
I think you just check here. Showdown value, 10's good. Paired board.
You don't need 10. Your king's good.
Yeah.
Your king kicker on the board.
Yeah. Not much worse is gonna call you.
9 bets, 125.
216 is Raymond. Huh? Why is Raymond not all in free? I don't know. That's a rip, for the record.
216.
He meant to say why is Raymond not all in.
Oh, why? Okay, got it.
So Blake, the reason he's not all in is because he doesn't know he should be all in.
Yeah, he should have been.
Yeah.
Min makes it 90,000. He's back to normal raising. I think his little episode of tilting is over, and he's back to where he should be at 1.1.
I'm pretty sure actually Queen Jack offsuit under the gun is actually a fold. We don't check. I always like to check these spots because it helps me
Right.
like improve my game.
Exactly.
Right. So
That's what I was
big
talking.
blinds. He's under the gun.
I was talking to Anthony's brother, and he says
Oh no, it's a race.
he says
80% of the time it's a race. Okay.
Anthony likes playing on the live stream because he
Anthony-
likes studying. Anthony in the one seat. I was talking to his brother. He says his brother said his brother said, I'm a field player. I don't do the math. Anthony can do the math in his head. He does a lot of studying. He likes to watch the live stream so he can learn not only I'm going to play with these players and I want to see how they play, but to see different perspective, like you just said. Queen Jack, should I call? Should I raise? Should I fold? And then it puts you a different perspective on it.
Quad J under the gun, King Jack suited, looking him to open.
9 raises to 100,000.
2 and FX,
I
standard.
like it. I like
Yeah.
it.
5 fold.
Yeah, Rick, we'll give you the boost shot.
Rick says, I'm trying to put the face to the voice of Eric. Well, that's super easy. So
Okay,
first of all,
well,
let's
let's
wait
finish
for
this.
this hand.
I don't. Is it? Oh, yep. We're all in King Jack suited versus King 9 of. Oh wow!
All
Both
the
off a king,
hearts.
but he's got hearts.
Free rolling.
Ace of diamonds on the turn. Needs a heart.
He's got some opportunities. Doesn't get it.
I like Bridal with a little hesitation.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. Let's quickly pop up.
Raymond eliminated. 5 players left in this tournament. Fifth?
$619.
Yeah, next player is going to be making nearly $1,000 bucks.
85.
It looks like we have a big hand developing.
Min's going to open to 90K.
Yep, standard.
I like it. I like it's a little bit smaller. Just after I got done saying I like it that it's big.
That's what she said.
Christopher shoves ace king
10
all
bigs.
in.
Gonna be a fold here for Min.
Yeah.
10 big blinds. You have a big chip stack. Remind it.
Eddie has to buy dinner because he is so bad at credit card roulette.
I am so bad. Good fold, man. Bottom
He's got
top pair.
top and bottom. Muhammad's
Muhammad?
got bottom and a gut shot.
Yeah, so with the gutty. Min with the snap raise.
I was going to say, this might look like he's going to
Oh, it's just-
slap.
okay, yeah, just-
He needs exactly a 3.
Pew, pew, pew.
Exactly a
Like-
3. I'm trying to think. He doesn't even have,
I couldn't even, like,
Deuce,
the action was
deuce.
just so fast.
oh, deuce deuce won't help him.
Yeah.
You can't get deuce
He needs a
deuce.
3.
Oh, he's drawing dead.
Oh my
and Muhammad out. He went from 0 to 0
Yeah.
in 30 hands.
Now 4 players left
That's-
in this tournament.
Wow. That was a tough one. Let's check out payouts real quick.
Next Gen Poker in the chat saying let's go. Thank
What's
you, boys.
Muhammad 885. Let's check out these stack sizes with our boy Min way up at the top. He does overtake Quad J's with 1.6 million.
Yeah. Hiya.
Man, I'm getting my instant replay button.
All right. So for those of you who don't know, you can
Workout.
super chat, donate money to here to get us to improve our stream.
95 to call. Does he just rip in 9 bigs right now?
Yes. Yes, he's got 10 bigs. Yeah.
Chris makes the right decision. It makes Quad J. He's got a suited ace, but that's a fold.
Yeah,
A raise
especially
and an
after-
all in.
Yeah.
A raise from Min you can discount, but an all in from Chris is real.
Lego we won't be able to do Friday. We have a super packed Friday.
Yeah, we're slam Friday and Saturday. We can't do anything else on Saturday. We keep trying to.
Derek, do you work Friday at noon?
Ooh, pew pew.
Legit. Play by play.
I'll do the play-by-play.
All right.
Chris, on the button, makes it 150,000. Folds around to Anthony in the big blind. Well, folds around. That means he's gonna ship it.
What just happened? Okay. Oh, Anthony's gonna be all in.
It folds.
Gonna be a snap call from Chris.
Yeah, it folds to Chris Larkin in the button.
Standard play.
And Jay gets out of the way. Anthony goes all in. Nothing wrong with King Queen and 190K. And Eddie Bat 499. So Anthony needs a queen or a bunch of hearts. There's a queen for him, but he's got to dodge a club now. Oh, drawing dead on the turn. Oh, wow. Hey, Anthony, you played great today. It's always fun having you. This is probably his 4th or 5th final table that
Now
he's
there's 3
made.
players remaining left on this
Man.
final table.
Really good. Let's.
About 10 minutes away from the break.
What did you say? There's 3 players left. There is 3 players. We're down to the final 3. Anthony gets over $1,000 for his 4th place finish.
Eddie
And,
Bat with a $4.99 super chat.
That guy's a baller. Min,
Thank you for everyone in the
26
chat.
big blinds. Quad J's 20 big blinds. Chris Larkin 18 big blinds. I love it.
Speaking of,
Speaking of lucky, Quad J's has pocket A's, under the gun, and the button. No, not the button. Okay, what's going on?
standard open, especially with the stack depth. Can defend here. Standard call. Chris Larkin in the big blind.
With a deuce tray. He does have live cards.
It's gonna be all diamond board.
That would be so dirty.
Not even close.
Queen 6-10. No diamonds at all. Everything
check
else.
small. Check small bet fold.
Yeah.
It's a super dry board, not connected.
Check 75.
Now this is a board. I mean, when you're defending from the big blind 3-handed range, the big blind defending range can be pretty wide.
Oh, it's a big bet. Make it look like a bluff.
250.
Huge bet. That's not going to work at all. Let's check out these
So like
stack sizes.
you're hoping he has a queen or a 10 or something like that there.
Yeah. Yeah. He called something.
I think if he bets one big.
He's going to need a count. So Chris raises from the small blind 175,000. Jay calls the extra 95 from the big blind. Flop comes out Jack 3 Queen. Chris hits an open ender. Jay hits middle pair. Chris bets 100 and Jay shoves. Now
Gonna cost some.
Canadian pot farmer says King 10 can't fold. Open-ended.
Backdoor second nut flush draw.
He's got a ton of chips. How did he get so many chips? He's got 22.1 million chips. It's only going to cost. It's going to cost him a quarter of his stack. There's already 1.1 out there. Wow, this is a big hand. He does have backdoor clubs.
I mean, Jay with middle pair backdoor diamonds.
He's got an overcard and 2 straight cards. No flush out there to be worried about. He needs a 9, a king, or an ace. I like the call. Chris is really methodical. Jay is feeling better now. He knows he doesn't have a queen. He does fold.
I don't blame him. Hiya, Jenga.
On the button with a suited Jack 8. Min with only 7 big blinds. Does he?
Yeah, that's right.
That is a rip. Okay. Chris got suited connectors. He's going to fold immediately.
Now,
And-
if Quad J had a hand like Jack 10 suited, Queen Jack suited, you can make the call potentially.
Yeah. He's got 16 big blinds. It's going to cost him 435.
So Blake,
Getting 2 to 1.
with Min having such a short stack, Quad J and Chris are playing for ICM.
Yeah. They both assume Min's taking 3rd place, and they don't want to be at a big chip deficit
Yeah.
going up against the other one. Quad J and Chris.
So you put the over at over 1. Yeah. Yeah, it's an auto rip. He knew, and he knows that.
Good
Good
fold.
fold. You're just behind so much.
Hi,
I like the suited king raise on the button 3-handed.
I love it.
In fact, it's pretty standard.
This is going to be a huge hand. Chris and... Oh! Oh!
Quad J. Gonna take some time.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Min is either calling or folding regardless. It doesn't matter what Jay does.
All right, got a jumper, guy.
Chris's face is like, hi, yeah.
Wow.
Shakes his head no. I like
Wow.
I'm actually, you see my feet back there? That's me
Yeah.
right there.
Oh, watch the King
untucked-
6'6"
Untucked white shirt.
and those sweet boots.
Yeah.
Are those hiking boots?
No, they're Timberlands.
Timberland.
Thank you, Kimberly Stone, for updating my wardrobe. My shoe wardrobe as well.
Yeah, he's like, why do you slow roll me? I was trying to get him in. It didn't matter what you did.
Yeah.
Didn't matter at all. He's either calling Chris or he's not calling Chris.
Good thing is
Min just got
Chris,
second place
yeah.
money. I mean, not yet, because Chris
400
is chip leader. He's
But
going
Chris
to
will
still have five
six,
bigs.
5 or 6 big blinds. If
Yeah.
it can happen.
Oh, for sure. Don't count him out. Last week, we had a guy with 2 bigs come back and win it.
Oh yeah, that's right. So
Like, literally. And they wanted to chop, and he's like, I ain't chopping. 2 bigs. That was my man.
that's why you don't chop.
That's why we don't chop. Hey, I mean, he had to get lucky 4 hands in a row. Wow. ICM disaster. Yes.
I mean, I like the move with ace.
Yeah.
Ace in. Waste.
He
Ace.
just.
Oh. Yeah. Accident. And we're gonna get this fixed, ladies and gentlemen. I actually saw this.
This is how it came out.
No, it did. Yeah.
Next step to go.
All right, now. All right, hold on. Craig has to hit back. All right, well,
We're gonna get it fixed.
yeah. We're probably not going to get it fixed.
Oh.
Okay. Oh,
Oh
flush.
my goodness. Chris just went runner spades.
Wow.
Ladies and gentlemen, I think Craig's gonna go back and try to refix the action.
It doesn't matter. We see what happens.
Min spikes something and gets the double.
He's got outs. 45%
Rick-
equity.
Rick, were you not here? He was playing yesterday. He was on table 3 with me. It was me and a couple of the raised
Yeah.
poker guys from California.
And he was.
And Jack last night. Oh,
Min hits an 8, but Chris has an ace.
backdoor hearts.
Oh, 9. He asked for 9 of hearts, but he got the 9 of clubs.
Yeah, it gives him a 7 or a jack.
6, jack, 10, 8 for
Yeah,
2
6.
pair. Or, oh, didn't get it. So close.
Yeah, so close there, ladies and gentlemen.
Wow, that is
Chris
it.
Larkin taking the dub. Great job. Good final table.
Let's look at this. Christopher up top with 3,416.
All right.
How about now? Got it. All right. All right, all right, all right. How are you doing? How did you guys like that half-hour recap of last night's final table? I had fun making it. I hope you had fun watching it. I tried to time it while there was 10 players left, that you would watch the 30-minute video and then we would be right at the new final table. I missed it by about 6 minutes. So we've got 6 minutes to wait. Everybody's sitting down. We're ready to go. Spoiler, Quad J is at the final table again. Super excited to have you guys in the chat. I'm going to pop up real quick just to tell you what we've got going on. Like I said, Quad J back at the final table with $250,000 in chips. Keegan, Rob, Chris Lego, Rodrigo, Falco, Gil, Gregory, Jason. We've got a lot of familiar faces at this final table. I am super excited. Chris Mays busted in 11th place. And he told me he's going to come back here and commentate with us. So right now he is organizing the Christmas presents that we bought. We bought so many Christmas presents. It's great for the toys in need. And so Stacy's not dealing. We got Brian back in the box right away. So he was going to finish organizing some toys, and then he's going to come out and commentate. We got about 5 minutes left before it actually starts. So I'm going to let you guys watch this clock countdown, and I will be back in just a couple of minutes.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for tuning in. This is the Thursday night live stream of our $200 DeepStack tournament. This is Craig Dobson coming to you from Poker House of Dallas. One of your live stream presenter this evening, in with a special guest in the booth. You may know him from the many times he plays in many rooms across this great nation of ours, and even in this region. He's all gamble and no fold. The one, the only, come and get it, Chris May.
Hey, everybody. How y'all doing?
So, Chris, Thursday night tournament. We had over 50 entries in tonight. decent prize pool, and we're about to go to our final table where we have a plethora of people. Got one guy that's pretty much the dominant chip leader, and a lot of things. Seems like there was a lot of action in the early part of the tournament.
There was a lot of action, and I don't know what seat he's sitting in, but Jason, when we were 17-handed, he was down to $1,000 chip, and I think he's got 300K going into the final table. So
Oh wow, he pulled
it's
the
going to be
jack.
interesting to see.
Oh well, that tells you, folks. Just like Jack Strauss did in '83, it was one chip in a chair. And now he's made the final table. So I know it is a plethora of players that, if you watched our stream previously, you know them, you have seen them play, you have seen all the moves that come with it. I know Chris has actually been able to make a few final tables of this Thursday night tournament, including I think you won one, and you decided to do a
Chop, right,
for it,
right.
obviously for diplomatic reasons, because that's the kind of guy Chris Mays is. If it's a tournament, then and it seems fair, he will make a chop. But on the cash games, I know he is going for the throat during all the cash games. I've seen it. I've dealt with this man. And on that note, Chris, here we go.
Let's go.
All right, folks, as you can see, this is the counts in regards of the final table. Sorry, we're going to make sure that there's just a little.
Can you hear it over here?
Yeah.
Your headphones now? This doesn't matter. This is nothing.
Okay.
No, I can't hear it over the headphones. Here, go on this first. Sorry, Brian.
All right, folks, we just had just a little technical difficulty in regards to our sound. We're going to have Eric, who is working on that. But in the meantime, we're going to go right into this. I'm going to take a step back. Eric's going to come in for a second while we adjust this shortly.
Okay, we have a little bit of an audio difficulty. We're not getting the audio's not going to the right place. So I'm going to find out what happened. So sorry about that in the chat. All right, so default audio.
16.
There it is. All right, I got her back.
5 fold.
There we go. Let me turn this off. We are back. Can you guys hear me okay?
6 raises.
All right.
95. 7 fold. 8 and 9 fold. 1 goes all in.
Okay. All right, folks. We are back,
We got the ace 10.
and we got it all in on the second deal. We got Quad J's that has Ace Jack versus Falco with 2 3s, and an ace in the window for Quad J. Oh, that's a big turn card now. A straight off and a flush draw. Oh, and the 5 on the river gives Falco a wheel and the win, and knocks out Quad J in 9th place.
He is on fire tonight.
I tell you honestly, he came into this table as the dominating chip leader, and he seemed like this is traditional, old school, and I know I've seen you do it a test of times. This is old school power poker at its finest. He's literally putting on a masterclass with this.
Right. I agree.
So 2 hands into this, we are down to 8 players again. We said we have Falco as literally the dominating chip leader. I believe he says somewhere almost at 800,000.
He's got almost half the chips in play.
Pretty much so. Again, we just jumped into the next level where blinds are going to be. Blinds are 5. We just jumped into this next level because as we went into the final table, we were at 4 and 8. Now we're going into this with blinds at 5 and 5, 10 and $10,000 big blind and 10,000 big blind ante, and it's going to get folded over to Gil, who's gonna ship it in with the King 9. But Rob G is going to over to Keegan first. He's got the good buddy 10-4. It's going to let that go. But Rob G, he's got the double Bo Derricks. He's got 2 10s.
And 3 calls.
Makes the call. He makes the call. So here we go, folks. It's 2 10s for Rob. It's King 9 for Gil. And a flop. Oh, look at this flop. It comes Queen, Jack, Queen. And the 6 on the turn, so it's either any king or any jack. It's a 3, and Gil, who also was a short stack at this final table, Rob has knocked him out in 8th place. Well, Chris, like I say, the action is going fast and furious right off the bat.
It is. It's going pretty quick. Last night I saw Brian dealing. It seemed like he dealt for an hour and a half and nobody got knocked out.
Sometimes it's that move where everyone makes the right move at the right time, and rarely did people get knocked out. I mean, actually, last night was our biggest Wednesday night tournament ever.
158 players.
158 entrants. And this tournament was no slouch either. With our DeepStack, we had over 50 entries.
It's a record crowd for this game, but I mean, it's not 158, but it's growing.
It's growing. That's all. They're all
growing.
All of our tournaments are growing. I know the excitement, obviously, with the pineapple tournaments that we put into the rotation. Our Saturday Deep Stack is just getting bigger and bigger.
It is.
And if anything, it just gives it a chance to bring the enjoyable things that are coming with all of the. Wow, that is a tight fold, obviously, with Rodrigo that lays down the 2 7s in early position.
I must say I'm shocked.
It's going to go over to Keegan on the button, who's got the ace and a fake, the ace 4 of hearts.
Raise 25.
He's going to come in for a raise on the button. He's going to make it 25 to go. And Chris Lego with the kids game, AC Deucey.
I figured he was folding.
Going to make the conscious laydown. Keegan's going to pick up this pot.
Too close to the money for Lego to be calling with ace deuce.
I agree. I know it's like a lot of players I can see we have. They haven't made the most up, but we have 7 players left. They haven't made the adjustment left, but we had 7 players left. And I believe usually in situations like this, when we know we're going to play 6, they always tend to want to do what they'll pay the bubble.
Pay the bubble.
They'll, that way, at least they get their entry back.
Right.
As I'm going to take a brief look into the chat. We got some of your supporters, Chris. Obviously with Captain Underpairs. I know he's frequently both in the booth and also in our final tables.
Yep.
We got Tammy and of course Asian Sensation. Asian Sensation in there that's usually in here, but I'm lucky enough that he's out in playing in one of the cash raise games right now. That's why I get to be in here tonight.
Right. That's a good point, Eddie. I just read your comment.
As we have Gregory, who is in the +1, that's going to make it 25 to go, but Chris Lego with the 2 Broadway cards, King 10 of Hearts. And Rodrigo, he's got the Wayne Gretzky hand. He's got 2 9s. He's going to make the smooth call. As we go to a flop of Deuce 3 King, and it's Rodrigo with the 2 9s that are still holding. He's going to check, and Gregory's going to fire the continuation bet. Going to try to tell a solid story off the top, and it's going to get through.
Good bet. Greg's a good player.
Absolutely. It seemed like solid player. He took advantage of his late position. He made the raise pre-flop. Board comes king high. Rodrigo's going to put him on big cards. That's what came, and he won the pot. So. Also, as we look into the chat, we got the Wonder Kids that are pumped in. Next Gen Poker, we got the 3 Wonder Kittens, the Poker Wonder Kids, obviously, on this. Hey, guys, how you doing?
What's up, Chris Larkin?
Chris, who won last night.
That's right. He's the champ.
Congratulations. He is the last night's Wednesday night defending champions.
Where were you at tonight, buddy?
All right, folks, as we go to our next hand slightly.
Raise to 20. Raise to 20 from C3.
Oh, there we go, folks. We were just that was Eric, who is going to act as action tracker for me tonight, as opposed to it's usually vice versa. But obviously, we had Chris in the booth, and you had to get a chance to talk with Chris here. Put on the headphones and have a chance to talk with one of the area's most likable and very. In this case, obviously, it's the holiday season. You are very charitable.
Oh, yes. Yes. I've been involved with Toys for Tots this is 16 years, but I've been back there getting all the angel tree stuff ready. So.
Oh, that's nice. It's always.
I love this time of year.
It's always a good time, this giving time of year. And with that, Falco took the lead on the pot, and he's going to win it with late position, and it's going to extend his chip lead. As we can see with Falco, that has over 900,000 in chips. As we go to the chip count, we got Falco with 900,000, over 90 big blinds, followed by Keegan, Gregory, Rob G, Jason. That came from 1 chip.
$1,000 chip.
Chris Lego and Rodrigo still in 7th, but there's still plenty of time at this table.
And Jason's a good little player. First time me playing tonight, but he's fun to play with.
And right under the gun, we go right to him under the gun, and he's got 2 5s. He's going to make the raise to 20,000.
Raise to 20.
And I believe, folks, that is the table making the agreement, acknowledging that initially the tournament paid 6 places, and now the table has agreed to pay the bubble with the 7 players left. The 7th player will get their buy-in back. So. And again, Falco, it's power poker and full steam ahead with the ace-7 back over to Jason. And this is a tough call, Chris, for Jason. Obviously, no, he made the raise in early position, but with Falco, it's like he doesn't. If it's a solid hand, he's going with it because he knows he has the entire table covered, and he's going to take down another pot.
Yeah, I had a feeling he was going to fold there. He just can't. I just don't think he risked it.
Absolutely. And I don't think they have made the bust out, folks, but what we do know is that, Quad J was eliminated in 9th, and Gil was eliminated in 8th. So technically we do have 7 players left in this final table. As we go to our next hand here, action's going to be on Keegan. And that goes folded around over to Chris Lego with the ace and a fake. Ace 4 of clubs, and he's going to rip it for go all in. Now Falco's got a suited ace 2. And he's going to reshove. Gregory with the ace 5. Now, Chris, you know you're used to it. So when you have 2 baby aces, typically this always could end in a chop. unless it leads to a particular suit.
Right.
And
oh my goodness.
And Falco's on a free roll. So
yes,
any spade or any 3.
Oh,
well,
chop.
It's going to be a chop, folks.
As hot as he's been, I'm shocked he didn't hit a spade.
I know. I mean, the sitter going, you got an absolute free roll that, you got 12 cards to get there, and none of them show.
And Falco, I was going to say before this hand started, he's going to use that chip stack to run over the table.
Absolutely. And we're going to, what we see, folks, we're going to pull up again for a second, folks, to pull up what Chris is speaking about. He's got 967,000 in chips. He has 90 big blinds. He has the entire table covered. No matter where you are in 2nd or in 7th, he's got a player covered. So it is. Not to sound cliche, Chris, but you test me. This is Falco's tournament to lose.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. I've done it myself. So, yeah, it's not over yet.
And as we go over to Chris Lego, who's got the suited king-queen. And here he goes. He's going to move all in with that.
Oh, no.
And Falco picks up a big ace, and he's going to reshove. It is all in. Nightmare galore. I think it's just a formality. Everyone's going to fold across. And here we go, folks. It's king, queen of clubs for Chris. It's ace, jack for Falco. Chris's tournament is at stake. Oh, wait a minute.
I think I saw a queen.
Oh, the flop comes queen, 9, jack. Oh, and he makes the straight. And it's going to be the king high straight for Chris Lego that's going to double up. And Falco losing chips, gonna take as they said, it's only a flesh wound.
That's right. But just like you said earlier, just because he's got all those chips doesn't mean he's going to keep them.
Absolutely. And the thing is that where he is in a position, he's in a late position, and basically everyone either ahead of him or behind him is going to be ahead. Oh. Mm-hmm. I've been watching you. As we have Eric, as we acknowledge in regards in this, where to all of the new features that we have in our booth. So we're going to, as we go to, when regards on just how aggressive Falco has been. Again, the VPIP standing for voluntarily putting chips in the pot. As you see, it's Falco at literally a 2 out of 3 hands. He is ripping it 66%, and everybody is standing in there either the 30, 20 or less. So I think people understand that it's like with this chip lead, he pretty much can control the flow of the table.
Oh, absolutely.
And until somebody can actually make a big enough dent in his chip stack, he's either gonna, and I think he's either doing the smart thing is he's either gonna make a stand or go ahead and fold. And Gregory in late position, waking up with the weapon of mass destruction, the pocket aces, gonna put in the raise. And over to Keegan with 10-7 of hearts.
I like the raise. I actually think Keegan's going to call. No, he's not.
Let's that go, I think. And Rob, with the 4 high, it's just this is just posturing. And he's going to let that go. I don't think he realized that Greg is a solid player. And he's not going to make it. He hasn't made too many pre-flop raises. And it's going to be a raise and take it for Gregory.
Yep, Greg's a solid player. You know when he's raising pre-flop that he's got something in his hand. Most of the time.
Again, folks, this is our Thursday night, $200 Thursday night DeepStack tournament. At the end, this is Craig, your live stream presenter, in addition with our special guest commentator in the booth, the one, the only Christopher Mays.
Thank you, Craig. I appreciate it. I'm a little quiet till I get the feel of this little. So if I'm quiet here just watching, that's probably why. Just let me get the mojo and I'll be on it.
Well, if anything, I think usually he's more used to being on the felt than talking about it.
Yeah, the loudmouth in the room. That's me. Uh-oh, here we go.
Oh, Rodrigo's moved in with 2 3s, but Falco's woken up with Route 66. He's got 2 6s.
We can make it 110. 110. From 10 to 60 is a 50 raise.
And Falco putting in the 3-bet to 110,000.
I am 1/4 page. Oriental. How come that doesn't help Paul?
All right, and over to Leg. He's going to let that one go. And here we go, folks. It is 2 3s for Rodrigo. It's 2 6s for Falco. Again, he's just waking up with hands.
Yes, he
waking
is.
up with premium hands again. We're going to a flop. Oh, and it comes 6 7 8. It's over, folks. And
wow.
Falco flops a set of 6s and knocks out Rodrigo in 7th place. I think it's one of those things now. He's quite happy that they gladly agreed to me.
Absolutely.
To pay the bubble. When he turned around and ended the bubble ended up being him.
Yeah, he's on fire for sure.
Absolutely.
Falco is on fire.
I mean, what can you do, honestly, when it's like, statistically, you're only going to pick up a pocket pair once every 17 deals.
Right.
But he's picked up premium hand after premium.
He has.
And the thing is, it's one of those things where if he's not afraid to go with it. If he thinks it's solid enough, he's going. And he's also, the fact that, he's also targeting the short stacks, which means knowing that he has, that there are a number of short stacks that are, all the short stacks are behind him. He knows that at any point in time, if any of them decide to make a raise, he will be able to come over the top. So it's a question whether, are you ready? If you are going to play a pot right now, and knowing that he is the dominating chip lead, are you ready to play for it all? That's the kind of situation where, unless you can get him limping, you got to be prepared to play for it all. Now, you got Rob on the button, the ace-3.
Look at
And Falco with the 8-3 of spades. Well, when you have the chip lead, you can make these loose calls. And he flops an 8. The flop comes 6, 7, 8, and instantly moves in. All in.
wow.
And he hits a board with 8-3, ladies and gentlemen, and just gets there.
And dominated against the ace-3.
Dominated with a better 3 against it, and it's something else, folks. So again, here's our chip counts. Falco still went over 900,000. Chris, then followed by Chris, Gregory, Keegan, Robin, and Jason still holding on with 11 bigs. Still, I think it's honestly, the other players need to realize that it's not going to be easy, but you've got to pick your spots, and it's going to take a little bit of luck, because knowing that even the player in second has a 3-1 chip deficit against them, it's going to take a point where you're going to have to take a shot.
Oh, you are. You're going to have to gamble.
Let it go. You're going to have to heavily gamble in order to try to take a dent in Falco's chip stack.
I was going to say a minute ago, I don't see Falco folding any aces or any 2 face cards, but hell, he just called with 8-3 and 1. So, hey.
He's not afraid. The thing is also, he was in early position to do that.
He was.
And again, Falco with 7-3, going to make it 35,000 to go. And Greg with a better 3, if we could ever say that.
Yeah.
He's got a suited ace, ace-3 of spades. The hand that just the previous hand, Falco took down with 8-3. Thinks about it, and he makes the call.
This should be an interesting flop.
Here we go. Here's the flop. It comes 8, king, queen, and Falco doesn't hesitate to put out. He makes it
Wow.
60,000, and Greg insta-folds. Now, I mean, Chris, I've seen you play just how Falco's playing. You get the big chip lead,
yeah.
and you're basically able to, if you even think you're ahead, and even in that situation, it's like he's making a point where it's not that big of a dent of his stack. Whereas in, let's say he makes it 60,000 and Greg comes over the top, he knows, okay, I can just let it go.
Right. And I thought that's actually what Greg was going to do. Because Greg knows how he's playing too. It's going to be interesting to see how it runs out.
As we go to our next hand, I guess the blind levels have gone up, folks. We're playing at a 10,000, 15,000 with a 15,000 big blind ante. Over to Chris, and now to Falco, who's got the Woolworths 5 and dime. And so it's over to the blinds, and Jason's going to get a walk.
Got to walk.
Blinds are up 10, 15, 15.
All right, folks, so they have that. Unfortunately, our clock has not updated, but yes, we do have 7 players left in this tournament, and we have at this final table, and it is pretty much Falco and everyone else the same way it was Tiger Woods and everyone else for the better part of the 2000s.
Yep. It's one of my favorite athletes in the world, Tiger. Him and his boy are playing this weekend.
Oh, yeah, Charlie. I'm like,
Yeah.
I saw the tournament that he played at where Charlie got his first eagle. He pretty much jackknifed a 5-wood, got it within 4
That little
feet of the
kid's going
cup.
to be a beast.
Well, I mean, he's got the DNA.
Oh, he does.
I mean, when
He
you
does.
have the DNA of what most people can say going to be the greatest golfer of all time.
Yep.
You know you're destined for greatness.
Oh,
And
absolutely.
he's got but the thing is, he's got the work ethic. And that's the thing. You can have the work ethic. And speaking of work ethic, it's Lego who's got the Pointer Sisters. He's got 2 queens and gonna make a raise to 30,000. Falco with King 4 lets that go. Now, Gregory's got Jack 10 on the button in position, but he's not going to play it. Now, it's over to Keegan, who has an ace, but he will be out of position this whole time. But he's going to make the call. And the flop comes down. Jack 5 deuce, no help to Keegan. He checks over to Chris. And he can confidently bet 45,000, and I think Keegan's going to let this go.
Absolutely.
Yep. And Chris is going to take down this pot.
Chris is building up his chip stack too, so it's going to be interesting to see how this folds out.
Absolutely. And when we weren't kidding in regards to it, we're going to go up to the aggression frequency. As you can see, it's Falco leaps and bounds 55%. And aside from this last hand, meaning it's been Chris and Jason basically just been kind of taking it easy, trying to pick their spots as best as they can. So we go to our next hand because I do know that aside from the because I've seen all these players play on the cash games. I know you played against a few of them, Chris. So you know their tendencies, and you know that obviously in moments like this they're going to basically take their shots. Now, this is a good hand for Jason. He's got 2 nines. I think he's gonna make a stab at it. Yep, he's all in with the 2 nines on the button. And I think this is just going to be a raise and take it as drop folds. This shows the 7-4. And that's a good hand for Jason to be able to pick up some blinds and antes just to kind of stay in this tournament.
He's done well.
Yeah. Now, a lot of people don't, I know you probably know this, when you said he went from 1,000, the story behind the chip in a chair began with Jack Strauss, in 1983.
Really?
Yes. Here's the real story, ladies and gentlemen. So Jack Strauss in 1983, he had, at the World Series of Poker main event, he had pushed all of his chips in. He didn't say all in. He pushed all of his chips into a pot. He lost the pot. But as he was getting up, he found one $500 chip underneath the cocktail napkin. And
Really?
he used that one $500 chip, rallied all the way to win the main event, and thusly the motto of a chip in a chair was born. And I think Jason trying to do the same thing with 1,000 chip.
Oh, fireworks.
Oh, look at this. Greg is going to go ahead and take a stand with the 2 5s. He's moved in. Oh, look at this. Action's going to be on Rob. He's got a suited ace, but I don't think he's going to try to play for it all.
No.
Now, you've got Chris. He's got 2 7s. But he also has Falco behind him.
Yeah, it's a tough position for him. Real tough.
I know it's one of those situations where he can't. If he can't call, he can't call because he's going to move in because Falco could call him down. And I think Falco may try. Is he going to? Oh wow!
He folded. Yeah, Falco let out raising, so that was hard for Lego to call with them 7s, not knowing what the chip leader's going to do.
That's the downside because if he calls, I mean, it was 180,000 to call. Lego knows that if you can't just call when you have Falco with that big chip stack behind him, you're going to have to come back over the top. And even then, you may be in trouble. There will be a side pot, but you have no idea what he could call you with. He's going to call light.
And he's on a heater.
And he's on a heater, and he's going to pick his spots. And he's been able to play the position and also play power poker astutely with this. So.
Right.
Go over to Jason in the hijack. He's got the suited connector with the 9-8 spades.
He's thinking about it.
Nope. He's gonna wait for a better spot. So does Keegan. And Rob's gonna rip it with the King 7 on the button. And Chris has Kojak, King Jack in the small, but it's gonna be a fold over to. And Falco with Queen 3 of diamonds gonna make the call. But you got to think about it. With blinds at 10 and 15,000.
Oh, yes.
And Rob's in for 90. It's only be 75 to call. And a 3 in the window, but so is a king. Turn. Oh, look at that turn card. Flush draw, straight draw. Oh! Falco took Queen 3 and made Broadway.
He turned the world.
And that turn card gave him the straight and the flush draw. And Falco knocks out Rob in 6th place. And look at this chip lead. Look at this chip stack, folks. With that hand, Falco has gone over the 1 million chip mark.
Wow.
As he took out Rob in 6th place. Wow, this is... I would say... Now, it's kind of flipped over where it's no longer... I like to say... We were saying earlier that it was Falco's tournament to lose. No, this is pretty much could easily be a victory run.
Yes.
At the way he's playing, folks.
He can't miss. He can't miss.
When you can be that far behind and then get the turn card that gives you so many outs and get there, what can you do?
That's right.
As we go to the chat saying, that was sick.
Yes, it was. How you doing, Ralph? Kip, I saw you in there earlier, too. How you doing, Mr. Kip?
Raise 35.
And again, Falco making a very light raise. He's going to make it 35 to go over to Gregory. He's going to defend with the Jack 5. He's going to say, I'm not going to take this. We're going to take a shot. Going to a flop of 9-8-4. Falco checks. Can Greg take advantage of his position? He's going to check, see a turn. It's a queen. It gives them both a straight draw.
40.
And Falco's going to lead right out for 40,000. Now, Falco may be ahead with a 6, but if any card higher than a 7 comes out, this will be a chop pot.
That's right.
Oh, wait.
Oh, yeah, that, now they're going to get that. Did you?
I had out. But wasn't it?
Yeah, I don't.
Okay. You know it's going to be on the button.
No, I turned it off. I
Got it. Okay.
Yeah, I saw that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so that's why.
You're good.
All right, folks. As we can see, that again, it is Falco with over 1 million chips with 5 players to go. And it's just, it's gonna. I know it's also part of this, Chris. You agree with me? You got to pick up some hands.
Yep.
Now, Chris has 2 deuces.
35.
He's going to lead out. He's going to make a 35,000 to go. Falco's got it. He's going to lay down the ace.
Yeah, I figured he would just because Lego's second in chips. I mean, there's no need to get in a hand with him.
This is true, because you know he's coming. Oh, wow, look at this. But Jason, he's going to go for it here. He's moved all in with the ace-4. Now, this is a very tough position for Chris because you do have a pocket pair, but the problem is every card in the deck is an overcard.
138.
Every card but 2.
I said I wasn't going to do this, but I just don't see him calling here.
I mean, this would be a very tough call to make, knowing that every card in the deck is an overcard to your pair, unless you hit a set.
That's right.
Yep, and makes the fold. I think if it was a situation where he was able to be able to see a flop with the deuces, and if it looks like it comes up an air ball for the other player, then I'm probably going to make the move.
Yes, absolutely.
But I don't. I think it was a good move to fold instead of trying to call it down, knowing that any 2 cards he has is going to be overcards to you. So.
That's right.
So while we obviously, as we make this. Make the situation going into our next stand. Tell us about all the charities you have going on for this holiday season.
Just toys for tots mainly, but I do a charity poker tournament. I try to do it once a year. We do for a little 6-year-old. She's 7 now that has cancer. We do it out in Rockwall, but I'll let everybody know when we do it. But I've been back there helping Danielle get everything ready for, I think it's 25 Angel Tree kids that pick what they want, and then I think Poker House got them a lot of extra stuff too, so it's gonna be a good Christmas for us kiddos.
That's good.
And it just brings joy to me. I love doing that kind of stuff.
I know you have a chance to give back, and
Greg pushes with Queen 8
on the button with Queen 8 of clubs. Gonna take a stand. He moves all in, and it's gonna be a raise and take it. Greg's gonna win some blinds and antes.
Wow.
He's climbing up the chip count. He's gonna be over 200,000. Here's our counts, folks. Again, it's Falco with over 1.1 million. Greg picking up some blinds and antes, and it's Jason coming in the 4th, and Keegan that's in 5th, but he's holding on right now.
Uh-oh. Falco's got the 10s.
Oh, look at this. When the
Raise. 35.
the big stack wakes up with a hand, what can you do? He's got 2 10s.
What does Greg have?
Over to Gregory in the cutoff. Nope. And I think it's going to go around, and yeah, I think this is just going to be a raise and take it. I don't see Chris calling with the 8 with the 1 gapper.
Nope.
And another pot over to Falco as he goes over 1.1 million in chips.
Wow.
Again, folks, like when we say what kind of run that Falco has from the beginning of the final table, with the remaining 5 players, Falco has like almost 500,000 more than what he started, and he's knocked out I believe he's knocked out all four.
I think he has.
He's
too.
knocked out all 4 players at this final table.
Insane.
I mean, that's some kind of run good you wish you could bottle up and be able to take
absolutely.
it and drink it like milk. Got Jason in the cutoff. He's got a suited connector. He's got the 76 trombone, 7-6 of diamonds. He's going to make it 50,000. Now, Keegan's got the suited ace. He's got ace-3 of clubs. Now, this is going to be, Chris has ace-10 in the small blind. But again, I think the thing that's preventing him from being able to play the way he wants to, he's got Falco on his left.
Correct.
And that's the only move I think he can make. And as he moves all in, Falco's going to fold. Now, this is a thin call for Jason. Because if you can put him, what we can see, ladies and gentlemen, though, he's only a $1.50 underdog against Chris's ace-10 with that suited connector.
I think he's going to gamble.
And the thing is, you see he's looking at the clock because obviously, the blinds are going to go up. And he's sitting there with just over 130,000. You realize that when the blinds go up, he's going to have a little bit more than 6 big blinds. It's a question of whether you take your stand now or you wait for a better spot. And he's going to wait for a better spot, folks. He's going to lay it down, and Chris is going to pick up with this pot.
Jason, I'm new playing with him, but he's a very patient player. Very patient. A lot more patience than me, but that's not saying much.
The funny thing is, I remember when I came out to one of the events that you have out in Rockwall.
You won.
Actually, we chopped.
Yeah.
So, but I was
12 ways, right?
12 ways.
I remember.
And I figured it was the thing to do. Even though I was ship leader with 12 to go. I mean, I ran so pure.
Right.
I actually people to realize how pure you ran. I know how many pocket pairs I had.
Right.
When you know how many pocket pairs you had, and you're shrugging to figure out why you're calling with 3 of a kind against someone that has a pair. Oh, look at this. And Jason, he's going to make the move all in with King Queen. Over to Falco, who's got the suited connector, but I don't think he's going to let it go. Now, Gregory with Jack 8, I don't think he's going to try to risk it. If he calls and loses, he would have less than 80,000. Nope.
Yep.
And Jason going to pick up another pot here.
Yeah, 15 miles away.
Yeah, they just saw the Broadway. Yeah,
Yeah,
they're
it's a
15
delay.
minutes behind. The doors open so we can hear them shout.
Again, folks, we have our dealer Brian that's in the box right now. We thank you all of you that have been able to tune in and stay with us on this late Thursday night here at Poker House of Dallas for our Thursday DeepStack tournament.
News to me.
Am I right?
Not listening.
Action over to Keegan.
On Twitch and Facebook.
Just YouTube.
Uh-oh.
Oh, wow, look at this. I think Falco, he's got Big Slick.
Chatting in all different spots, so it's hard to track them. So we just want to listen to
Ace King on the button. He's going to put in the raise to 30,000. And oh, wait. Jason's going to make the call with the Jack 9 here. So he was able to get into it at a reasonable price. We're going to go to a flop. And the flop comes 8-5 Jack. Jason's flop top pair. Checks over to Falco. Looks like he's put the brakes on. Never mind. I retract my previous statement. Thought he put on the brakes to move all in, but no. He moves all in. Jason with the quick call, and Jason is ahead right now. Jason looking at a 4-1 advantage right now to the turn. It's a 7, ace or a king. Nope, it's a
Straight.
6. Jason makes the 9 high straight, and he's going to double through.
Jason is the Cinderella story tonight of poker. I just can't get over that $1,000 chip.
Wow, folks, from 1,000 now, Jason has over 350,000 in chips.
Wow.
Read it.
No, yeah.
Bayside does not
Send me my chip.
133.
I mixed up who had what hand.
All good.
Again, Chris, and obviously, I think he said he
It scared me too, Jason. I was like, what did I do wrong?
Falco. They also said Falco made it reasonable for Jason to call since he
did.
was in the big.
He did.
And when he was able to make the call, and he knew, because realistically, I mean, you're gonna hit a flop once every 3 hands.
Right.
And it was that situation where, like, he took the top pair and he went with it, and you could tell that Falco kind of hesitated every other time. If you see his cadence of betting, he leads out very quickly.
Yeah.
And that time there was some hesitation.
He did hesitate. He did.
And when he hesitated, it seemed like Jason was like, "We're going to go for it," and it was a good thing. He ends up getting the double up, sitting when now he believe he is just
Right behind
challenging
Lego.
for second. Yeah, it's Chris in second, and Jason in third now, and it's Gregory and Keenan still holding on.
What a game.
What a game! It's folded around over to Gregory. He's got the Woolworths 5 and dime. Gonna lay that down. And Jason in the small blind. He's got a 1 gapper.
Make it 30.
He's gonna put in the raise, but uh-oh, folks. Keegan's got a ace jack, and here he goes. He's gonna take a step, and it's an instant fold for Jason. And he rolls over the ace jack. It's funny. I think Jason was finally able to kind of get some chips. He was going to try to take advantage
Yes, he
with
was.
Keegan as the short stack, and he said Keegan ripped it all in.
You know, man, you got your stack with ace king. All the way at the beginning. I mean, you had a decent stack at that point, but it grew.
That was an amazing hand.
Action on to Gregory, and he's got ace 10 in the cutoff. Yep, I think that's the move now. He's all in. Oh! Look out, folks. Chris has 2 aces and makes the absolute smooth call. Now, this setup has been notorious at this table. Last night, Quad G had 2 aces against ace 10, and he ran out. Here's the and it flops deuce 3-5 of diamonds, and the king of diamonds. Now there's a possible flush on the board, but a 4 gives him a straight 2. Not this time. The aces will hold up, and Gregory will be eliminated in 5th place.
Congratulations, Greg.
Wow! If anything, he fought well.
Yes,
I
he
believe
did.
he's gonna end up winning. I'd say for 5th place, he gets $787. He fought well. It was we knew it's always going to be an uphill climb against everyone on the players, but you wake up with a big hand. And the thing is, that hand is notorious. That setup has been notorious at this table on 2 different occasions. For those that have
Has it?
watched our stream last night in the tournament, it was Chris Larkin who had the ace 10 against Quad J's 2 aces and ran out a flush during one of our cash games. As you know, GTO Nick had ace 10 of hearts against the player's 2 aces, flopped the flush draw, turned trips, rivered a flush.
Wow.
So that setup hand is, for some odd reason, seems to come in the worst scenarios. And speaking of ace 10,
Yep.
Keegan's got ace 10 this time. That's a. Oh my God!
again.
You've
Oh
got to
my
be kidding me!
Sorry, y'all. Sorry.
You've got to be kidding me!
Wow. Back-to-back
Falco
hands.
wakes up with aces. Don't. He just smooth. He's slow cost. He wakes up with aces. Oh, wow.
Wow.
I'm due.
This is not deja vu, ladies and gentlemen. This is the very next hand. But Keegan picks up a straight draw. Nope, it's only a queen to save him. Nope, it goes the other way.
Back-to-back aces versus ace-10.
That
Crazy.
is, you know, they say, I believe the number is you only pick up pocket aces once every 212 deals.
Wow.
We've seen pocket aces in back-to-back deals on the same table with two different players.
That's crazy.
Right next to each
That's
other.
just
It's got to be in the billions for that to happen.
Yeah, it does.
Ace 10 versus aces. And the funny thing is, like, we were just talking about how those two hands meet, like the Hatfields and the McCoys, how the frequency and the action that comes with it. And we've seen not once, not twice, but now 3 times in the last 2 days.
That's crazy.
All right, folks. Well,
Ralph, it is a sick table tonight.
absolutely. Sure. And with Keegan's an elimination that finishes in 4th for $962, we're down to 3. It's Falco, Chris Lego, and Jason. Your boy Jason. Still holding on.
40.
Now, Chris Lego with the Queen 9 of clubs. He's going to make it 40,000 to go. And Jason, well, I mean, he's getting a price with the call with the 10-6 again.
He is.
And we're going to go to a flop. And both have made a pair. The flop comes ace-6-9. Both players have flopped a pair. And Jason's going to check it over to Chris.
50.
He's going to lead out for 50,000. Now he does have bottom pair and some backdoor outs, but he's not going to take any chances of this. He's going to go ahead and let it go, and Chris is going to pick up this pot. Well, Chris Mays, I believe it is becoming basically a 1-2 horse race. And Jason's going to have to make a can continue on the run good from 1,000 to try to get back into this fight. It's Falco at over $1 million, Chris with over 600,000, and Jason with 260. And the blinds have gone up. We're playing at a 10,000, 20,000 with a 20,000 big blind ante, which means it is 50,000 every 3 deals.
Yep.
40.
And Falco's going to play a position now where he's got the king deuce of diamonds. He's going to make it 40 to go. Now, Chris has an ace. Now, I mean, you would agree with me in this one. Now that you're shorthanded, your range does open up quite frequently.
Absolutely. 3-handed and ace is good.
And he makes the call. We're going to go to a flop. Yeah, but Queen 5-8. So it is Chris still with the ace high that's ahead. But it's Falco that's going to be doing the betting, and he's going to lead out for 45,000. Now, this is a tough situation for Chris because Falco because he has such a big chip stack, that allows him where he doesn't even need a range. Theoretically, He doesn't even need to look at his cards.
Right. You're exactly right.
And the point of the matter, until either Chris or Jason can catch him, it's just going to be, it's like he's going to raise. And the thing about it, it's like now, on either side, he's going to have position. He's right in the middle where Chris has to act before him, and he can act before Jason.
Exactly.
He's got position against both players, position against Chris with the stack, and position on Jason because he's the short stack.
That's it.
And Chris is going to limp in with the 7-8 offsuit. Everyone knows that's my favorite hand. And Falco's going to call with Queen 6. Flop comes down, King 10-3, and it goes check. Board pairs 10s.
35.
And Falco leads out again, and his Queen high is the best hand.
Yep.
And it's Chris
it down another
folds. Ladies and gentlemen, what you can see here, you're seeing, this is truly old school power poker at its finest.
I agree.
As much as there now has been analytics, there's analytics, there's all the charts. This is literally full grain, full steam, no stop, all go. Old school power poker. Falco has over 1.2 million. He's got He's got 400,000 more than the other two players combined. That's going to be a tough mountain to climb, especially with the blinds going up. He's not even going to feel it. Even the blinds going up that's costing him 50,000 a round, he's not going to feel it.
That's right. Jason's going to get aggressive here in a minute with one of his hands. He's going to try to make a move.
All right, folks. We've kind of spread out the players collectively now that we are three-handed, so everyone kind of has a camera. And it's over to Falco, who's got Queen 10.
40.
He's going to put in the raise to 40,000. Now Jason has Queen 7. That's right in the middle. They call that the computer hand.
That's what TJ tells me.
As he is referencing six-time bracelet winner TJ Cloutier, that I know that plays here, then also plays in other places and is well known in the area for being one of the best Omaha players of all time. I believe he's the only Triple Crown winner in Omaha.
Yes.
Has a bracelet in all three disciplines.
Yes.
Omaha 8 or better, Omaha high-low split.
High-low split, that's it. He'll be here next Thursday.
Yes. And other thing is, they said he's made four main event final tables. They said he was the first player to accumulate over $1 million of earnings.
In tournament earnings.
Without winning the main event.
Without winning the main event, he was runner-up twice.
That's right. He was runner-up to
Chris Ferguson.
Chris Ferguson in 2001. He was runner-up. Bill Smith in 85.
That's it. But the one with Ferguson, it was, oh gosh. TJ had ace queen against the ace 9, and Chris rivered the 9.
Yep, he rivered
was sick.
Yes, as he speaks of Chris Jesus Ferguson, that was one of the, I believe when the main event occurred, as it became in its popularity, it didn't come until 1991 when Brad Daugherty won that they had the first $1 million first place prize.
Right.
Now, in the last, I want to say 5-6 years, it's it's turned into a $10 million first place prize. But now, I believe for example, when we had the Moneymaker run, he had to get through 839 players when he won the $2.5 million. For example, when Jonathan Duhamel won, he had to get through 7,321 players.
Yep.
And, of course, everyone knows the biggest one, when Jamie Gold won in 06, he had to get through 8,773 players.
It was a huge field. And I believe Bart and some other Dallas players are in the WPT main event right now, and it hit $15 million prize pool the second day.
Second day, and as we go with that, Falco moves all in, and Jason makes the call with Jack 10 of diamonds. He's not in that bad a shape against his King 3. Here's the flop, and look at that. He's flopped a pair of 10s.
Is this where the worm turns?
And now he's also open-ended, so a king is no good. And he makes 3 10s. It's 30 miles to Saginaw. And Jason is going to double through the chip leader.
Yes, he is. I knew Jason was going to get to a hand where he was going to end up just pushing it.
And I think Jack 10 of diamonds, they always said, is a strong hand in any position when you know you have to kind of make a stand. It's right there, 2 Broadway cards. And Jason, as we go to the chip count, he's approaching 400,000 as Chris is in second, but Falco with still over 1 million chips. Still a mountain to climb to try to take him down.
Right.
But yeah, I saw that the WPT World Championship, a $15 million prize pool, which means I have a feeling first place will probably be somewhere in the north of $2 million, maybe 3.
It'd probably be over 3, I think. I mean, it's just insane the amount of people they got for the WPT main event. I was shocked.
And the funny part is, for a bunch of years, it was always at Bellagio, and for the fact that it's now at Wynn, only tells you how prestige they brought it back. That made the world champion, the WPT World Championship. They brought the luster back to how the WPT World Championship used to be. Considering that our own, Dallas's own David Williams has won the WPT World Championship.
Oh, has he really?
Yes,
I did not know that.
David Williams did win the WPT World Championship.
Oh, Jason calls with the King Deuce suited.
Up here we go, folks. And look at this. A flop comes Ace 4-3. Now Falco's ahead, but Jason does have a straight draw. A 5 will give him a wheel. Falco's let out for 65,000.
Is he going to make a move?
No, he's just going to make the call. He's going to try to pull one off and see if he can make his hand. Go to the turn. Oh, well, that's just as good, folks. He's made a pair. Now, it's actions on Falco. He leads out for 100,000. Now, it's up to Jason to think. Now, he's made a pair, so a 5 will do him no good, but can you really put Falco on a hand? Because, I mean, when in a board like this, you're going to you're supposed to hit a pair once every 3 deals. And the problem is the other 2 players don't have a lot of information on to base the bets that Falco is making.
He went all in.
And he's going to take his shot. He moves all in. And that's a good move for Jason.
It really was. And I didn't want to say I think he's fixing to move all in, then be wrong, because I don't want to guess what someone else is going to do. But he made the perfect move there. I totally agree with it.
He pulled one off to try to see if he can make his hand. He made a pair, and in that situation, that's all he needed to do.
And I think that bounced him up to second in chips.
It's going to be close as we go to our chip count here. Yes, he is in second. He has almost 600,000. Chris slightly behind. But it is Falco. They are making a dent.
They are indeed.
And it's mostly been Jason. He's making a dent in Falco's chip stack. And the one thing I can see for Jason's play, and even though I only got to see part about Jason play on the main floor, he takes his time.
He does.
He takes his time, and he assesses the situation, knowing that, okay, you had now he can be able to make a few more moves, knowing, Falco's made it to 40,000. Jason makes the call, and Chris wakes up with 2 10s. Chris thinking about it, hearing
the 3-bet.
We're gonna see what happens now. Like he's taking his time, he's figuring out. Okay, now. And he's gonna make it 130,000 to go.
I like that.
Now Falco's now in a situation here. Both of the other 2 players now have chips to play. Falco, which almost had an insurmountable lead, only leads the other 2 players by a little over $250,000.
Yep.
Now, this is a tough... Jason has 8-5. Now, most players would say, it's going to go ahead and lay this down. But here's the thing now. You got Chris against Falco. Chris with the 2 10s. Falco with Queen 9 of diamonds. Folks. Falco's made a pair of 9s. Chris leads out for 80,000.
Question is, what is Falco going to do here?
Can he really make the call down, or is he going to try to get really aggressive with the 9s? He's going to make it 200,000 with the 9s. I think Chris may take a stand here. He's got the 2 10s. Only the king is on the board. Yep. He rips it for all of it. Can Falco really call down with just a pair of 9s? There, he does have backdoor straight draw. He does have backdoor flush draw.
He does.
But this would be a thin call to make. Obviously, it's for 400,000.
Oh, and he
makes the call, folks. Here we go, folks. This is the over $1 million in this pot. If Chris wins, he'll be the chip leader. If Falco wins, he'll be the dominant chip leader again, going in the heads up. Deuce, no help. Only a queen or a 9. Oh! It's a queen. Falco makes 2
Poker's
pair.
such a sick game.
And Falco wins the pot.
Oh, Chris is sick. Good run, Chris.
Good run. Yeah, absolutely. Chris is going to finish in third place. Going to pick up $1,312. But ladies and gentlemen, we are heads up. It is Falco versus Jason. Looks like your boy's it's gonna go heads up, folks.
That's unbelievable.
Here's
Good for
our
him.
It's Falco, who again has reassumed the dominating chip lead. He's got over 1.4 million. Jason, no slouch. He's got 557,000, got 27 bigs. So he's got time. He's got time and he's got chips. Now the real question is, how fast or how slow is he going to play it? As we go to our chat.
I see you, Lego.
As we go to our chat, a lot of people was like Lego going boo. Ralph saying this game is so sick. Yes, Ralph, we can completely agree with you on that.
It is
You got
sick.
Ronnie says that hurt me even over here at Fort Worth. All right, folks, we are heads up between Jason and Falco. All right, as Jason with the dead man's hand, he's got ace-8 of clubs. He's going to make it. Oh, he just makes. Oh, did he just make? He made it 40,000.
Okay.
He made it 40,000, and Falco makes the call.
No.
And, oh my gosh! Here we go, folks. This is going to be bad.
This is sick.
Falco's flopped a 6 high straight. Jason has the nut flush draw.
Is it going to be a one?
I think it might be one and done,
up.
folks. I don't see how Jason could not think he's going to go for it with the nut flush draw and 2 overcards to the board. He just makes the call, folks. We're going to go to a turn. Oh
it's
no!
over.
Now he's made top pair with the nut flush draw. I don't see how this is not all going in.
Right, I agree.
You got Falco that's sitting with a 6 high straight. He makes it 65,000. Now you got Jason that has top pair with the nut flush draw. You got to think he's going to put in a raise. And honestly, Chris, I think
you have to.
I think this literally might go bang bang. He'll put in the raise.
Heads
Falco's
up,
going to
top
reshove, and Jason's going to put it all
Oh
in.
yeah, absolutely. Top pair, nut flush draw.
He
don't
makes
run
it
out
100.
right
He
there.
raises it 100,000. It's 100,000 more to Falco. Falco realizes that with him with a 6 high straight, if he can find a way to get the rest of it in this turn, and Jason can improve on this hand, this tournament is over.
Yep.
I think he's making the countdown. Think about it. Even if he loses this pot, he's still going to have a 3-1 chip lead.
He is. And just the first hand heads up. This is just unbelievable.
Absolutely. And you sit here going, I think he's just trying to. I think he's downshifting because he doesn't want to. He knows that Jason's noticed that he's played very fast. So he's trying to literally slow down the momentum, realizing that he has a made hand here. Now, all right, here we go, folks. You got only a club can save Jason. It's a 6 now. This is bad because now Jason's made aces and 6s. Falco's, folks. Can Jason just check this? Because if he makes even one bet or shove it, it's all over.
Is he going to push?
Can he just take his time on this one? He's got aces and 6s.
Oh, he went all in.
Oh, no! It's over, folks!
Wow.
Jason moves all in. Falco shows the 6 high straight. And Falco, who has led this final table wire to wire, wins.
Wow. Good game for Falco. And Jason, congratulations on the second place.
Obviously, to go from 1,000
chips
to heads up.
To heads up. That's unbelievable.
All you can say, I mean, that obviously that's more than just luck. You have to have a strong head on your shoulders to be able to come from 1,000.
Oh, I agree.
Consider you get 30,000 to start this tournament. He had 1,000 left in the late stages.
And I was in the hand. I wasn't in the hand, but he went all in with 1,000, and I think 4 people called. And with the antes, he ended up with 9,000, and from there he just kept on doubling. It was just crazy.
That's something else, folks. We're gonna go ahead and flip on the camera here. So flip it on the camera here just so you can see myself and Chris. Well, Chris, it's another Thursday night.
It's a rookie commentating for me, y'all. So if I got on y'all's
We've
nerves, I'm sorry. It was
tried to-
exciting.
Ladies and gentlemen,
I've got to learn it.
we have tried to get him in the booth for months now. I know that obviously we always make sure that he's okay. In regards, you've had a few injuries. You can't see.
I have.
He has a knee brace on, but he's a survivor, folks. Trust me, he's built to last, and he lets you know on it, especially if it's in tournaments, if it's cash game, if it's in any of the tournaments that he's hosting. But we're going to go ahead and call it a night this evening. I know he's got an early morning tomorrow in regards on the angel trees
toys
for
and
the
all
toys
that,
for
yeah.
all the children. That's another thing. It's the holiday season. Do whatever you can, honestly, even if it's only you make a donation, help out with a food bank, do whatever you can in regards to the holiday season. There are lots of those that are less fortunate. So if you take that opportunity to try to help somebody out, I know myself, Chris, all the people here at Poker House, we're gathering donations, we're gathering toys, we're doing what we can. So at least all the children can have a happy holiday season. So
That's what it's all about.
Absolutely.
And you don't know how much so little can go so far for somebody, that needs it. So just, if you got it to give it.
Absolutely. So again, for everyone here at Poker House, for all of our dealers, the host management, for our special guest commentator, Chris May,
Appreciate
I'm
it.
Craig Dobson. Thank you for tuning into this Thursday night DeepStack tournament here at Poker House of Dallas.